Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
1 week away from the anniversary of a massive fire in Rockton, the state of Illinois takes action against one of the tools used to battle those flames. Environmental concerns force a change in how a particular chemical can be disposed of. For the first time in nearly a decade, Rockford University needs to find a new leader. We'll tell you about the new opportunity the school's president is leaving for. And athletes from across the country try to take each other down in the Rockford region. The event should lift up the local economy. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Gas prices are at all-time highs, and experts say they could continue to go up this summer. Now many people are looking for ways to save at the pump. Nikel Delgado joins us now to tell us what experts say may be able to help. Nikel?
That's right, Mimi. Almost all big name brand gas stations have loyalty programs. Many are combined with smartphone apps to help save every time you fill up.
Combine how you pay with the loyalty program with shopping around using an app like Google or Gas Buddy or Waze can save you significantly.
Head of Petroleum Analysis at Gas Buddy, Patrick DeHaan, says many big-name gas stations have loyalty programs. While it may only sound like a few cents, those cents can add up quickly.
With prices at $5.28 a gallon in Rockford, the savings adds up, and it doesn't. It may be $2, $5, $10. I mean, even Gas Buddy is up to 25 cents. I mean, you could potentially save $100 or $200 a year depending on how much you drive.
DeHaan also suggests drivers signing up for multiple loyalty programs and combine them with other reward programs whenever you can, including credit cards.
Certainly download one or two, poke around. Sometimes there's promotional offers that really make it worth its while.
While most reward programs are free, DeHaan says it's not a bad idea to invest in memberships like Costco or Sam's Club. Depending on how much you drive, the savings could pay for the membership in just a few months.
Now, if the savings is 10 cents a gallon and you're buying 600 gallons a year, it can add up and the savings can basically pay for the membership.
DeHaan says there are other things drivers can do to combine with rewards to maximize their savings at the pump.
Try to slow down a little bit here and there, try to limit your acceleration a bit more, be a little bit lighter on the gas pedal. That with loyalty programs, and you can save the equivalent of 50 cents to $1 a gallon.
If you go the credit card route, make sure to do your research. Some cards come with high interest rates along with those high rewards. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nikel. Next Tuesday marks 1 year since the massive ChemTool Fire. There are now new Illinois rules in place for a special foam used to fight flames like those. The governor signed legislation today that is part of the Environmental Protection Act. It prohibits incinerating what the governor calls forever chemicals. Those substances don't degrade and can contaminate the environment. During the ChemTool fire, some of that firefighting foam was used, but the Rockton fire chief told us today, as soon as they found out, it was stopped, and it never ran off into any water supplies. A different foam was brought in to help get the fire under control. That fire did burn for several days. On June 14th, an outside contractor at the ChemTool plant hit a pipe. Mineral oil spilled onto the floor, and the oil caught fire. About 70 employees were working at the time. No one was hurt. Everyone within 1 mile of the plant was forced to evacuate from their homes. That evacuation order was lifted 4 days later. A Freeport man's accused of trying to meet up with someone he thought was a young girl. Charles DeLong is charged with traveling to meet a child, grooming and sexual exploitation of a child. Worldwide predator hunters reached out to the Stephenson County Sheriff's Office, saying DeLong was talking with someone online he thought was a teenager. A deputy then posed as a 14-year-old girl online, and when DeLong went to Crate Park in Freeport to meet her, he was arrested. The number of opioid overdoses in Illinois is up over 2%. One group is fighting to reverse that. The Illinois Critical Access Hospital Network met in Champaign today with healthcare officials and first responders from across the state. The event focused on how to fight addiction, specifically in rural areas. One man who spoke said while he was prominent in his hometown, no one knew he was struggling behind closed doors.
Throughout all that, I hit a pretty chaotic addiction. It was, it's funny, I get emotional. still to this day about it, but it's tough, and I think a lot of people they don't understand what people are going through. So there's so much stigma out there and so much shame of criminalizing people when we should be supporting them.
Last year in Illinois, there were over twice the amount of opioid overdose fatalities than homicides. The leader of Rockford University is stepping down. Dr. Eric Folcomer will resign as president in December. Folcomer has been with the school for more than 9 years. He's taken a new position as president of the Wisconsin Association of Independent Colleges and Universities. Dr. Folcomer says he and the school have accomplished a lot since he stepped in as president 6 years ago.
We finished a capital campaign. We've renovated several buildings. We've spent millions of dollars renovating the campus infrastructure. We've added new academic programs, and our students are doing amazing things.
Dr. Folcomer will stay with the university through December to give the school time to find his replacement. Some of the nation's best young wrestlers converge on Loves Park, and it means big money for the area. The 16U National Dual Championships are taking place at the Indoor Sports Center this week. 15 and 16-year-old boys are wrestling in two types of styles, Olympic wrestling styles of freestyle and Greco-Roman. In all, more than 39 teams from 27 states will take part. That adds up to more than 1,000 wrestlers, and with families, that's more than 4,000 visitors.
The economic impact for the area is about $3.1 million. So folks are going to restaurants while they're here, they're getting gas, everybody has to run to a convenience store for something. So the total economic impact is huge for the area of Loves Park and Rockford.
Loves Park also landed the same tournament for 2023. It was an emotional day on Capitol Hill as victims of gun violence testified before lawmakers, calling for changes to gun laws. Rashad Hudson is keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
The testimony of 11-year-old Mia Cerrillo brought lawmakers to tears Wednesday.
He shot my friend that was next to me.
Cerrillo described what she did to survive the school shooting that killed 19 of her classmates.
I thought he was going to come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and put it all over me.
Felix and Kimberly Rubio lost their daughter Lexi in the shooting.
I left my daughter at that school, and that decision will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Now they want lawmakers to ban assault rifles and high-capacity magazines.
We don't want you to think of Lexi as just a number.
That message was echoed by Zanetta Everhart, whose son was shot multiple times at the Top supermarket in Buffalo.
As I clean his wounds, I can feel pieces of that bullet in his back. Shrapnel will be left inside of his body for the rest of his life. This should not be your story or mine.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers led by Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy is working to find a compromise on new gun control measures.
Making sure that this time the answer is not nothing.
House Republicans like Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise reject new gun control.
Immediate rush is to just go take away guns from law-abiding citizens.
And some Senate Democrats say they want to vote on gun control measures in the Senate by the end of this week. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
In just over 24 hours, the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol will hold its first public hearing. It's set for prime time Thursday night. Several panel members have promised new and explosive information from the hearings. Lawmakers expect to show never-before-seen images and exhibits. They also plan to have witnesses testify. There will be 6 hearings in total. The 9-member committee has conducted its probe for 11 months and interviewed more than 1,000 people. We'll carry the hearing live right here on WTVO 17. Coverage starts at 7.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, the heavier rain we had from earlier today, that has now moved out, but we have had a couple of showers kind of rotate in on the backside of this low pressure system as that works well to the southeast of us here late this afternoon and evening. That did bring in some very brief downpours as those kind of continue to work to the south and southeast. These will last through about 6 o'clock this evening, and then we've got a partly cloudy sky here as we go through the night tonight. Rainfall with this last batch of rain, not nearly as much as what we experienced Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Most of us ended up with between 1/4 of an inch up to 1/2 an inch of rainfall. So it's nice to have the rain. We do need that a little bit, but we'll continue to see things kind of dry out a bit here as we go through the night tonight. A live look with our Supply Corps camera here out over Window World. You see some of the darker clouds as we look a little bit further off to our east, and that does have some of the showers associated with it. You've got some sunshine back off to the west where we've been able to clear out the skies. Temperatures have warmed into the upper 60s and low 70s. We're right at 70 in Dixon, Sterling, Galena, 68 in Savannah, still at 66 now in Rockford, 67 in Rochelle, and 65 our temperature in Freeport. Tonight we do drop down to 51. Underneath that partly cloudy sky, we'll see skies kind of clear out here as high pressure works closer to us as we go through this evening. Temperature tomorrow should be very similar to what we had yesterday, with highs in the mid and upper 70s, 78 degrees for the afternoon. It is going to be breezy at times. A west-northwest wind could gust as high as about 20 to 25 miles per hour, but fairly comfortable for the afternoon. We'll see a partly cloudy sky develop. So here we go with Futurecast. It's possible just before sunrise tomorrow, as we get that dry air to move in, we can actually have temperatures briefly dip into the upper 40s before they climb into the low 50s here by 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. We should begin to see the numbers warm with that sunshine and the drier air. Our dew point temperatures drop, so that should be able to help warm us fairly quickly through the morning and through the early afternoon. Again, the only downfall to tomorrow is it is going to be a little on the breezier side. Mid-upper 70s for Thursday. Cloud cover then comes back in Thursday night, but we are dry. Next storm system begins to work in. This low pressure system passing to the south of us, mostly here on Friday afternoon. We'll keep that steadier rainfall a little bit more to our south as we go throughout the afternoon. Cold front inches closer to us from the north Friday afternoon, Friday evening. That could develop an isolated shower, maybe a rumble of thunder towards that time, but I think the better chance for rain on Friday going to stay focused a bit further to the south in central Illinois. We may see a couple of isolated showers work in there as we look into the evening on Friday before then drying out. Looking into the weekend, our jet stream pattern begins to shift a little more to the northeast, northwest, I should say. This allows low pressure systems to develop, so that could give us a couple of showers here for both Saturday and Sunday. But by early next week, we get a big ridge of high pressure that develops, and this will warm those temperatures up. In fact, Mimi, high temperatures looking into next week, low to maybe even mid-90s, with I think Tuesday likely being one of our hottest days. Before that, temperatures are in the 70s. We kept in those rain showers here for the weekend, and then warming up and turning more humid by next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
The Bears took their punishment from the NFL yesterday when they weren't allowed to work out because they violated non-contact rules last week. Today in Lake Forest, they were back on the practice field for the 9th of their 10 OTA workouts. Matt Eberflus wanted an intense offseason of work. He says part of what led to the contact was players just being overzealous, and they've learned from that.
We've learned how to practice bears against bears and still run full speed and be able to practice during this time, during the phase 3 time where there's no, collisions or contacts and all those things. And we've improved on that severely and did a nice job, and the players have done a nice job.
Eberflus and the Bears were not fined by the league for the violations. In Green Bay, the Packers went through their own workout. New receiver Sammy Watkins said he made a great decision signing with the Packers and taking advantage of a chance to play with Aaron Rodgers. It might revive his career.
My career haven't been what I projected to be, and it's a great opportunity for me to come here, play hard, catch a ton of balls, compete at the highest level, and win games.
Well, Orangeville's Tessa Janicki will be back on the ice tonight in Madison with Team USA. They have another game in the U18 Girls World Championships against Canada. She has been on fire in Team USA's first 2 games, and winning in Sweden Monday, she scored a goal. And then last night in a 5-0 win over Finland, she had 2 goals and 2 assists. The first goal was scored on a nifty backhanded flip. The second was scored there between the circles off a great pass. The tournament runs through Monday night when the bronze medal and gold medal games will be played. Another Rock Valley College softball player has snagged a major honor. Sophomore Hannah Hockerman has been named the Division III National Pitcher of the Year by the NJCAA. Hockerman led the nation in wins with 25. Her 1.74 ERA ranked second in the nation. She was also second in strikeouts. She's the second straight RVC pitcher to win this award. Ashton Milas won it last year. Celtics and Warriors ready to go at it in Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight. The series is tied at 1. The Warriors amped up their physicality in Game 2. The Celtics are expected to do the same tonight, so it should be a battle. You can see it on WTVO at 8 o'clock. 2 more big-name golfers are shrugging off the PGA Tour to play on the new LIV Tour. Bryson DeChambeau and Patrick Reed are joining up. They've combined to win 17 PGA Tour events and 2 majors. I got to think now that the PGA Tour officials are starting to sweat a little bit with all these top players defying them and bolting for the Saudi series.
So people who like hot and humid summer weather will like the end of your 7-day forecast.
I think so. Yeah, we got a couple days that could top that 90-degree mark, and of course the humidity will go up too. For the next couple of days, I mean, tomorrow's going to be beautiful, so hey, soak it in while you can, right? We've got a few showers still lingering out there, especially east and southeast of Rockford. Skies will turn partly cloudy here for the night tonight. The first WARN interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Temperatures tonight down to about 51. We're up to 78 tomorrow. Beautiful day, a little breezy for the afternoon, but still a pretty nice Thursday. Cloud cover comes back in. We've got a few showers that'll be around Friday afternoon, continuing into the weekend.
Thanks, Candace, and thanks for watching. We'll see you at 6.